chagrin of William O'Connor, MVG has won by 3-1, averaging 100.2, which is exactly to 2 decimal places, 15 darts per leg. And based on the fact that there were 15 legs played, it's not an exact science when you're losing legs to average exactly 100.2. But that's exactly what he's done tonight. And if I may say so, MVG looked very, very confident tonight. That's going to be really interesting against Arno Merck after Christmas. It's been quite the night in London because we've had that incredible game earlier with Danny Noppert, a Dutchman that did not survive. He lost to an inspired Justin Hood. But just around the M25, it was Arsenal versus Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. And it turns out that Arsenal have won by 8-7 in a penalty shootout. Quite incredible. But Arsenal are through to play Chelsea in the semis, and Newcastle United will take on Man City in the corresponding fixture. Now we have our last game at Ali Pali before Christmas. It's a small matter of Josh Rock, one of the tournament favourites, the World Cup winner from Northern Ireland. He's going to be taking on Joe Comito. I'm the asset Paul Nicholson, going to be calling in this last game with Scotty Dodd, Scott Mitchell, who was in the chair for MVG. Just quickly, Scott, MVG, he looked like he had confidence tonight.
He really did. He came out and commanded it. What he did, he broke through first leg, and he then looked confident after that. He felt he was going to hold his own too, won the first set, then came out and absolutely blew O'Connor away the second set. And if there was a little glimmer of hope for him, he blew it all out at set 2.
Well, here we go with the last game. I think there's a lot of people around the world right now, Scott, who think that Rock is going to blow Comito away. As far as seasonal numbers are concerned, likelihoods, what's happened on the stage for them in the past. Comito got his first win in the first round this year against Nico Springer by 3-1. That was a monstrous upset. Everybody thought it was going to be Rock against Springer in this round. It's not. He's here, which means he has a chance. But what has he got to do to beat Rock?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think what he's got to do to beat Rock is get a really quick start. And if he doesn't start finding his range in the first 12 darts, then Rock will. We know that. And I think he could be in trouble.
Let's hand it over to John McDonald, who will bring out the players.
Time to meet the players. From Australia, taking part in his second World Championship, a 2-time DPA champion, and the DPA #1. It's the water boy, Joe Comito.
Batteries today, but Josh Rock will need the darts in his hand, and here he comes.
Cup champion, taking part in his 4th World Championship, a World Match Play and UK Open semi-finalist, and the former World Youth Champion. Time to meet Rocky Josh.
Like I said before, I think he needs to find some trebles early doors. I remember Josh Rock coming with his tour card for the first time, and he sat on a table. I hadn't had a tour card long, and he came and sat on our table along with the likes of John O'Shea, Scott Waite, myself, Alan Souter. And he was the kid. He was the new kid on the block. And you look at him now, and he's not the kid anymore. He's the man. He's learnt this game inside out. You get to the top 10 like he has. Wow, you know what an effort from him. And he's had to grow up. He's been off and got married. He's become a father, and so that all those sorts of things for me have changed him as a player, made him a much more grown-up player with more responsibility, and he's played more responsible on the board, if that makes sense.
Makes sense to me, and I'm sure it makes sense to everybody listening in on talkSPORT 2. For the final time before Christmas, we will have best of 5 sets. We'll also be saying hello to our followers on the Darts YouTube channel. talkSPORT Darts YouTube.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First
if you could subscribe and give us a like just before Christmas, we'd thoroughly appreciate it. But let's get into it. Josh Rock with the darts, and off he goes. Played 3 times at this stage of a PDC Worlds. He's won 2, lost 1. The one time he lost, it was to Berry Van Peer, and that was by 3-1. Joe Comito at the hockey now. Trying to answer the 140 start of Rock, using what looked like very uncomplicated,
60.
old knurled style darts with a black stem, black foldable flight, a traditional point. Rock,
100.
golden points, got his own branded darts with a new company in 2025 and his own branded moulded flights, and they've been going rather well in 2025.
Yeah, they sure have. He won a World Cup alongside Daryl Gurney in 2025 with those little puppies. 31. So yes, very much they've been going very well.
2-6-1 for Rock after 6. I think there's a lot of people in here who are
60.
looking forward to this game, but maybe have lost a few decibels from their voice, considering how much singing they've done and how much cheering they've done for the likes of Callan Ritz today, the person who toppled the World Cup partner of Rock. And Ritz is waiting in the next round. 270 for Comito after 9 darts. He's 69 behind.
Yeah, you mentioned the Josh Rock dart, and I was actually playing alongside Kevin Painter last week, and I think he's using something very similar. I have a feeling that Mr. Painter might be using that very dart.
Yeah, former semi-finalist in this building, Kevin Painter, back in 2008. And a former finalist in this championship back in 2004, losing to Phil Taylor. 105 for Rock, bullseye start, single 15, tops, clear.
65.
Centimetre and a half high.
That
was a safe shot, but Commodo's got a chance to take this first leg in 130.
He'll go treble 20. He's just above it, treble 20 again for the bullseye. Hits the treble 20, bullseye for Joe. Hits another 20, leaves himself 30, but the risk is Rock's on tops.
Rocky should find tops with that marker over the top and exactly planted just underneath. So Comito doesn't have a disastrous first leg, but it's a leg he ultimately loses. We will have a break after one set and a second set. And after that, there will be no more breaks. Interesting reaction from Comito when he lost that first leg.
100.
He's someone, he doesn't necessarily walk down the path when the walk-on's happening and up the steps and on the stage. He bounces.
140.
It's like he's on a mini trampoline the whole time. He can't get enough of this experience.
No, why wouldn't you? I mean, you see the crowd and the way they've reacted tonight. You mentioned about the singing and everything. The atmosphere in here tonight, we know it's the last session before Christmas. So do they in the crowd, and they've absolutely welcomed everything that they've seen tonight.
You think about the logistics of this game, or maybe even 100. The extremes. Comito, if he loses this match, has to go back to Western Australia, which is a minimum 19-hour direct flight. Probably more. I'm sure he's had to change his flight already. And he might not get home for Christmas, based on time differences and length of journey.
41.
Rock, if he's going back to Northern Ireland, he'll definitely be home tomorrow, but he would like a return ticket.
60.
Only 60. Leaves himself 201 after 9 darts for the second consecutive leg.
Indeed. He's turned the throw on Comito, and 180 here would have been nice. He hits a treble 20 with his first dart.
100.
2 high single 20s with his second and third dart, but he still leaves himself 120. Rock on 201, hits a single 20, comes down to the 19s bed and hits 2 trebles. So he's sat on 67.
Comito missed the bullseye for 130 in the first leg. This time he's got 120. Feels like he's going to have to hit it. He's got the treble. He's got the double, but now he needs another double. The tops is fine as long as you get the 10s. Triple lipstick shot and an early confidence boost for Joe. 1-1 in the first set on talkSPORT 2. Last game before Christmas. We've had a lot of games over the last 13 days. Only one of them didn't take place because of the suspension of Dom Taylor, and Johnny Clayton was the first through to post-Christmas because he was given a bye. Everybody else had to go through the trudge. Nobody cruised through to the last 32. It was all hard work.
55.
Yeah, I hope Johnny Clayton booked his hotel on free cancellation.
He was back in Wales in about 5 hours after finding out he didn't have to play it. He was doing some Christmas shopping when he found out. Well, Comito is proudly Italian-Australian because he's got an Italian flag on his shirt as well as an Aussie one. big Italian community in Australia, all over the country, especially in Perth and in Melbourne, where he has had success on the DPA Tour before. He's in the 60 here, 347, needs to be big, as in 140, 180 big. 99 not enough.
No, not enough indeed. And as you described him earlier, looks like Joe Pesci out of My Cousin Vinny. So if there's ever a remake, 60. My Cousin Vinny 2, maybe Joe Comito could jump in.
He was also in Home Alone and Goodfellas. Well, he's got to be a somewhat bad fella tonight, because he's got to try and take someone out. Rock is the 11th seed in this tournament, but he's only going one way in the rankings. Where's he going on 152? Decides to take a step back. I think there was a little bit of a disruption as Comito was coming back from the board there. A little bit of experience from Rock. Small 20 start, down for the switch. 75 left, as instructed by match referee Charlie Corstefine. That means that 58 is left for Rock. If he comes back, Comito on 108 to take this leg, to take the 2-1 lead.
He's gone treble 19, that leaves him 51. Single 19 will leave him 32. He's hit the single 19, double 16. Oh, and he's right 92. Next door, hits double 8.
Joshua Mackay, 58.
Hard break for Joe. And it might be compounded by tops for 58. And that's what Rock does. If you miss, he will make you pay. He likes double 16 and he likes double top in equal measure. That makes him very much like Adrian Lewis. They don't have a favourite double, they have two.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Comito's not really got off here on his own throw. And offering an olive branch here to Josh Rock, and he takes it with a 140. So Comito already has his throw turned by 100 points. He is on 455 while Rock is on 361.
Do you know what's interesting about this fixture, Scott? We were chatting earlier about Comito's career, about what he's done with the DPA rankings, what he's done around New South Wales and Western Australia. Well, when he won the Australian Masters in Geelong, big tournament in Australia.
100.
Doesn't get much bigger. He won that event in 2005, beating Mick Mullaney in the final from Canberra. How old was he when he won that tournament? He was Josh Rock's age. That is quite stunning, because after that tournament,
136.
he went missing for ages. And we didn't see him again until the World Series came to Australia at the back end of the 2010s and into the 2020s. Joe Comito is someone who proves that if you take a break from the sport, it's there if you want to come back.
Sounds like he went on holiday for 5 years and spent the prize money.
220s here from 185. He's risking
60.
losing this set because he can only leave 125. 138 for Rock. Small 20 start. He's going to have to try and mop this up. Try and get 98 to lead tops. That's exactly 98. What he does.
Yeah, I was expecting to go 19s down on the 138, but he didn't. It's now Comito 125 to get this back level in this set. Goes for the bullseye, hits a 25, leaves himself 100. Goes for the treble 20, just a touch high. Goes for 65. It again, hits 65, leaves himself 60, but will he be back?
Let's find out. Tops is missed. Then Tops is hit. Just like earlier in the set. Josh Rock, but when we come back, it will be Josh Rock 1, Joe Comito 0. You are listening to the World Darts Championship live on talkSPORT 2 in partnership with Village Hotels with 34 locations across the UK. Visit villagehotels.com. We have one more match to complete before Christmas and the break, which will last 3 days, but we will be back and all of the darts will be live on the talkSPORT network. On the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, which you can subscribe and like, and please interact as well, we love that. It will be live on the talkSPORT app, but all of the sessions, including this one, between now and New Year's Eve, will be live on talkSPORT 2. Scott Mitchell's with us for the final game before Christmas. Joe Comito did raise his level. We've never seen him play 95 average darts on this stage until then, but he's up against a Rock who is very comfortable averaging more than that.
Yeah, you feel that Josh didn't really get out of sort of his B+ game there. He's still doing a mid-96 average, but every time he seemed to leave that double top, he nailed it. His 3 legs all came from double top in that first set. And you fear now for Comito that if Rock gets there first and leaves double top, that he'll take it.
140.
But I don't think this little fella gives up too often, this Joe. He's enjoying every moment of it. He's been enjoying the crowd,
93.
which when you're as a player, Nico, and you're up there enjoying it and not letting it get to you, you're not totally gone away, are you?
He doesn't want to go. He wants to stay. 308 Rock, 316 Comito. Maybe looking for a ton here.
60.
Trebleless visit. That is his 8th. He's got twice as many as Rock. That is not encouraging at this stage, but he's still in this
95.
match. It's a great last dart treble there from Rock down in the treble 19 region to lead 2-1-3. It's a half dart lead at the start of set number 2.
You don't think Joe wants to stay here for Christmas, do you, in case he gets a snowflake? He's probably never seen one of those before.
Yeah, I don't think they've seen many snowflakes around Perth.
96.
That is one of the hottest parts of Australia. Treble 20 start for Rock on 2-1-3. It's coming down fast. 177.
177.
That leaves 36. And Comito now, from leading the leg, now has to take out 160 just to win the leg. Needs to massage his inner Danny Nobbert, and he's not going to do it.
Yeah, tremendous short iron into the green for Josh Rock. Super 177. Left Comito wanting a little bit. He's now thrown 2 under the treble 20. Nice last start to leave 60, but is he going to get there? No, Josh Rock hits the double 18. It's the first double away from double top that he's hit, but he hit it with such fluency. I don't think it matters where he goes.
Well, let's pose the question then, Mr. Mitchell. Is Josh Rock now the Rory McIlroy of darts? Same country. We know what Rory was doing at around about the age of 24, starting to winning, biggest tournaments in the world. He could go on to become someone that wins everything, because 2025 has been his most consistent season.
Yeah, the Northern Irish do love their stars, don't they? They're sports stars, so there is no reason why he couldn't go on and be that. Have they got any TV clips of him maybe at 4 throwing darts on some Irish channel like they have Rory?
Wouldn't be surprised. I think Josh Rock could probably throw a dart into a washing machine from about 10 yards away. This crowd really is buoyant tonight. They've been treated to some incredible darts. Rock's on 284. Comito is starting to wither. Great 140 from Rock, putting Comito under so much pressure here. His average is climbing well above 102 now.
It's every throw, it really is. And he's now turning the screw. He's raising his water bottle to the crowd as they sing back at the players. Joe Comito, good visit from him, 137. Doesn't leave him on a shot, but does pressure the 144. Rock hits a single 20, a treble 20, and a 16 to leave himself 48. Comito back on 178. Needs a 140 here to leave a bit of trouble.
Now, this is interesting. You mentioned that 3 of the 4 legs that Rock has won have been done on tops. Does he persevere by going 8 tops? Or does he show that he's got some flexibility in double 16? Let's find out. Single 8 it is for tops. Does he hit tops with a second dart again? Not this time. Comito's there on 78 to equalise in set 2.
I'm not so sure that he actually went for that, you know. I think he threw at the middle line and was going to take what was ever, but then sometimes there's a doubt with 2 darts still in your hand. Comito needed 78, he's hit a big one, leaving 77, needed treble 19, missed that, hits a single 18 to leave double top, but it's Rock sat on top, he takes it out with 1 dart, and Comito really should have had a dart there.
Josh Rock has played in front of some of the best crowds in Europe, but with this crowd bellowing at the stage, I can confidently say that he's probably never seen anything like this before, and I am 100% certain that Joe Comito never has. Whether it's Australian Masters in Wollongong, whether it's ANZ Premier League all over the east coast of Australia and New Zealand, this is a new experience for him. And the way that Josh is playing, it might not last long. That, remarkably, is only 1 maximum for the match, and this is leg number 7.
He's still running a 101 average, Rock. So it goes to show, you don't always need 180s to have big averages.
So true. So true. But when you get a 180 to start, you want to get another one, just like Justin Hood did earlier. He went 7 deep into a 9. Josh Rock only went 3, but he's on 181 after 6 in a quest to win this set by 3 legs to 0. Comito back on 3-4-6. Good switch to the 19s. Only gets 4 of them. That's not enough. Rock has the darts and a lead. There's that 60 again, twice. And a treble 16, and he may even win the set with a 10 darter.
Superb from Josh Rock. His match average now, his set average is 117.39. This is some special stuff from Josh Rock. Comito's not many miles away behind, but he's just 1 dart behind all the time.
It's not going to be a 10 darter to win the set, but it is going to be an 11. What a set that is from Rock. Very much the kind of stuff that we heard and saw from Gary Anderson a little bit earlier on tonight. He won set 2 and set 3, and he's 3 legs away from post-Christmas darts. He's leading Joe Comito by 2 sets to 0, and we'll be right back with the climax. You are listening to the World Arts Championship live on talkSPORT 2 in partnership with Village Hotels. Celebrate New Year's Eve at a Village Hotel. Book now at villagehotels.com. It's currently 2-0 to Josh Rock against Australia's Joe Comito. And in this section of the draw, things have just got very interesting tonight. Van Gerwen through against Willie O'Connor by 3-1. He'll take on Arno Merck after Christmas. And he's taken out Kim Huybrechts and Peter Wright already. Two of the European Tour greats. He's going to have the greatest European Tour player of all time after Christmas is Arno. Gary Anderson sets up a game with Jermaine Watamina. That's going to be fast and furious. Justin Hood, who came through that classic tonight with Danny Noppert. He's going to take on another left-hander in Ryan Meikle. And Callan Rids awaits the winner of this one. Scott Mitchell, it's looking like Josh Rock at this stage. Is there any hope left for Comito?
Well, Comito is doing a 92 average for the match, which probably against a lot of other competitors we've seen over the last 13 days would have been heaps enough, but his opponent is doing a 103.96, sorry, 105 as it just goes up on our score sheet in front of us. And the thing for me, he's 50% on the doubles. He's not missing. It's exactly what you want to be, 1 every 2. And that's what's been the difference for me.
85.
There's a look on the face of Comito right now as if to say, I can't live with this guy. He's just too good. Yes, he is too good.
100.
Well, what more do we need to happen before Christmas for everybody to be content? We've had 9 170 finishes. We've had the best game of the tournament tonight with Hood against Noppert. 180 from Comito, but the most important shot comes now. 60, not found. That's a big one. Josh Rock walks to the board as if to say, is that in? It was closer to the treble 18, Josh.
Even Josh Rock gets jelly arm in the big moments. That's what I noticed there.
41.
Well, there goes the 41. He's got 100 left after 9. And maybe the crowd are going to have to wait until after Christmas for a 9-darter.
He was thinking about an extra 60 grand in the Christmas box, wasn't he?
100 for the first leg. That's a 60. Looking for tops with dart 2 as the place goes silent.
60.
Comito can't take out 176 though.
No, he can't. And Josh Rock still engaging with the crowd behind the table. Comito on 176. Has 2 20s in the board. Goes down to the 19s. It's tops for Josh Rock. There goes leg number 1. And a more than comfortable holder throw for Josh Rock.
He looks comfortable and then some. 7 from 15 on the doubles. That's excellent. And when you consider that his personal best average on this stage was in a loss to Johnny Clayton.
32.
That was back on debut in 2023. In the last 16, his best run to date. He averaged 96.97 in that game. This is a good 6 points better. That's because Josh is better than then.
Yeah, totally agree with everything you said, and he's looking the more complete article every time we see him on the big TV stage, isn't he? He's taking little bits from every win and loss that he has up there, and now he's starting to win a lot more than he loses up there. And when you start to get like that, you become very comfortable. And these 100 averages, if you want to stick with those 2 Lukes, you've got to start doing that.
He hasn't got either Luke in his quarter of the draw, but he has got Van Gerwen and Anderson. And we've got to start talking about Justin Hood now as well after that tonight. What a performance that was. Funnily enough, Rock is averaging about what Justin Hood did, 103.
100.
Solid ton from Rock. That only gets him half a dart ahead on 242. Comito on 274.
Yeah, Josh looks across to his team sat down in the family area. He has his good friend John O'Shea with
65.
him, mentoring him. You can see Gary from Target there, and also good old Jim Walker, who is a past tour card holder, and another 180 goes smashing in from Rock.
Didn't seem like that long ago that he was getting his first of the match. Now he's got 4. Comito's just got the 1. That was in the leg where Rock was on the 9-darter. But Rock has got 62 for a 2-0 lead in set 3. Comito's only won 1 leg so far. He might not win any more. Small 10. This time it's big 12 again for tops.
22.
And when he misses, he tends to miss high, Scott.
Yeah, he does. It's like he over pushes, isn't it? He's overpowering it. He's not the tallest of fellas, is Josh Rock. And he is throwing up at it. He's not throwing flat at it like others. Comito here, he's now got himself a dart at tops. And he hits it. Takes another leg, goes 1-1 here in set 3. And hang on a minute.
2 legs won. 2 ton plus finishes for the Australian. Very impressive. He's got to get more darts at double though. He's only had 4 with 2 conversions. Percentages are great. Good averages. They're always good. But if you don't get chances,
96.
they mean nothing. 12 more darts at double in this game for Josh Rock. That's because he's able to score heavier. That's why he's one of the best players in the world.
He sure is. It's his scoring power that's right up there with the very best.
Semi-finals in majors this year, including the match play where he lost to Littler, including that perfect leg. There were 15 darts on the leg, 15 darts were hit. That might never happen again. But then again, we said that about the leg that was here 3 years ago with Michael and Michael. Little sip of water for Rock, a little wipe of the brow with the towel that you must take on the stage. You're going to need it in this heat. 205 Rock. Commodo's playing some very decent darts in this set. He gets 2 treble 19s to lead 2-1-3.
Yeah, Rock hits another treble, which is no surprise that we had 16 legs here tonight in this match, and he's only gone treble-less 6 times as Josh Rock. Shows his treble hitting ability.
100 left to be within 1 leg of post-Christmas darts. There's only 1 spot left. 31 through. 1 will survive.
100.
It looks like Rock. He's got 100. 60, bottom left corner. This time he doesn't miss tops, and he's getting a ton plus finish of sorts. It's a ton out, and he's 2-1 in set number 3. Comito's got the darts. Is this the last leg he plays at Ali Pali this year before he has the long flight home to Western Australia?
Well, if it is, I think he's brought something to the tournament this year, I have to say, from the Southern Hemisphere.
His name will be ringing through the ears of Nico Springer for the next 6 weeks until the season starts again at the PDC World Masters at the end of January. That's when we'll see Nico Springer again, because he doesn't have to go to Q school. As for Comito, he had the option, but I don't think he wants to do that big sacrifice that Kyle Anderson did, that Damon Hetter's done, like Simon Whitlock and myself did. He wants to play
60.
Domestic darts, maybe get it back into the ANZ Premier League next year and have a crack at coming here for the 3rd consecutive year. He's on 282, Rock on 301.
We are seeing far more opportunities in the Southern Hemisphere now than used to be back in your day. It was the only way to come and do it. And I think there are going to be other alternatives coming their way with the Premier League that's down there already. It's fabulous stuff.
140.
Just like that 140 from Rock. Sets up a match-winning chance of 161. Nothing is off the table tonight. That 157 from Danny Noppert earlier tonight is one of the best finishes this place has ever seen, but it was in vain. Comito on 222, small 5,
25.
big 19 and a big 1. He shrugs his shoulders and the chin goes down, and he's thinking that this might be curtains, but the 161's not going to go.
45.
In fact, it's only 45 to leave 116.
Yeah, lost a bit of concentration there, did Josh Rock. Comito here could hit a double treble visit and put Rock in all sorts of problems with this 116. Here's 1 treble, it's a treble 19. He's going back up for treble 20.
97.
Just the
Joshua
one visit
Kyle,
takes the 97 off.
Match darts possible for Rock. One dart at tops to win.
76.
Again, it's above by a
Joe
centimetre.
McCoy, 100.
He's left so many marks above tops tonight. Can Comito survive to take 2 legs in this set? And maybe this match is just getting started. Small 20 needs either 2 tops or a 60. Gets neither. Just underneath tops the first time.
60.
He
Joshua
pitches his
McCoy,
10 on 40. But Rock is on tops already. Misses his second match start. And his third at 10s. But he doesn't miss a fourth at the PDC World Darts Championship. He averages 101.33, 4 180s and 43% on the doubles. He will be very happy with that, Scott Mitchell.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's when you have what looks to be an easier player to play, if they start turning up early doors, you're in big problems. But he's actually dealt with this situation brilliantly. Joe Comito, well played, my friend. You have come, and everybody in the world knows who you are now, particularly the darting world. This has not been a failed trip. I hope you get home. Guys, stick together and fair play.
Well, what a night this has been. Over on talkSPORT, Arsenal beating Crystal Palace by 8 penalties to 7 in a shootout. That went to sudden death. So did Danny Noppert against Justin Hood. We were backstage for that one, Scott. This place was ice-like for about 30 minutes because that game provided so much brinksmanship and so much in the way of heroics from both players. But what have we learned about Danny Noppert tonight in defeat? Has he done enough to get in the Premier League?
He has, for me. He showed commitment. He showed everything that he had. There were 3 or 4 times that he could have folded, and he never did. He just came back with another ton-plus shot out. He had 5 ton-plus shot outs, 3 of them when Justin Hood had a double to win and save himself. It was brilliant stuff and brilliant bounce-back ability from him. But just in those last moments, Hoodie was so special in those last 2 legs, and that last leg particularly, and how he held his nerve is beyond me. For a debutant to go up there and do that, his management must be over the moon. But for Noppert, he's got to go and lick his wounds and go again. But for me, I feel he's done plenty enough to be in the Premier League.
Gary Anderson averaged 105.51 tonight. Sorry, 105.41 against Connor Scott, who pushed him to the limits. Gary said backstage with us on the talkSPORT network that that's the kind of darts match that he wants to play. Someone who just wants to play darts, get them out the board, and they get this lovely rhythm. Tonight, they provided a wonderful spectacle.
They really did, because it did look like Connor Scott was not going to go away, and it took some special moments from Ando to finally finish him off.
Michael van Gerwen through, 100 average for him as well. Huge confidence boost for him. He goes through to play Arno Merck after Christmas. And listen to that, everybody. Everybody's leaving very quickly. Everybody wants to get home for Christmas. But we had Willie O'Connor with Van Gerwen on the stage. Willie O'Connor had the best performance in the previous round, but not in this one. Rock, he's through. Best performance ever. He's in pretty good nick going after Christmas, isn't he, Scott?
Yeah, he really is. He'll have a lovely Christmas back at home with his wife, Sarah, and their little one, and he'll enjoy it. But I'm sure he'll be practicing all the way through because his eyes will be on the prize.
Yeah, wins this afternoon for Ryan Meikle. For Callan Ridds in 5 sets against Daryl Gurney. That went to a tiebreaker. Jermaine Watamina, he needed 5 sets as well to take out Scott Williams by 3 sets to 2. It was serene for Arno Merck against Snakebite. Many a question from Snakebite today. Will he continue to do the tour over the next couple of years? Only time will tell. Just want to wish you a very happy Christmas, Scott. Thanks for joining us the last couple of days. And Merry Christmas to our producer, Matt, who always does an incredible job. And the same to everybody out there. It is goodbye from us for the pre-Christmas action. Have a very wonderful festive season. We'll see you on the 27th of December.